Right. Hello and welcome. Hold on. Hello and welcome to a new video. Today in this video, I'm going to teach you all how to do Python. Now this is going to be the basics. This ain't going to be, the most advanced stuff in the world. But this will be, you know, teaching you how to do the very basics of Python. Now, as you can see here, I have an IDLE shell. Now, how to install Python? It's very easy on a Windows. You just go onto the python.com website. There's tools in order to install Python. It's simple as easy. But if you're on a Mac, I'll link down in the description how to install Python on your Mac computer, and it's still pretty easy to do. Now, if you want to, um, learn Python after you install it. Now, it's very simple, it's very easy. It's like the HTML of programming. If you don't know what HTML is, it's hypertext markup language. It basically runs the front end of the internet, with the back end being like MySQL and other languages along with it in order to really make the internet how it looks today. Now, the first thing that we all learn in any language really is how to print something. So the first thing we do is we do print, and then we can do stuff like hello world. So as you can see here, print and then hello world, like so, basically prints out hello world. You need to have the brackets as these normal brackets. Don't put any other bracket square or the curly ones in. And also you need to use the speech marks as well when you have something in text. If you want to have like a sentence, let's say I want to do let's say hello, how are you? So it will put in hello, how are you? Now, if let's say I didn't do that, I put in hello, how are you? It comes up with a syntax error, meaning that the syntax is wrong. Now it says I forgot a comma. No, I forgot the speech marks. Now, let's say, you want to print out your name. Now you could do name equals, let's say, CalCorp. My company name is CalCorp, so the name is CalCorp, and now I want to print off my name, like so, and it will print out CalCorp. So what is this? Well, this is a text variable. It's a variable with text in it, and and then you can name the variable anything it doesn't actually have to be name. So let's say it doesn't have to be name. It could be anything, it could be, let's say, this, and then, let's copy it. I'm a little lazy, so, I'm just going to copy it. And then you just want to make that the same thing. Okay? Then you do that. Then you do print, and then that. And then it actually prints out that. So it doesn't have to mean anything. You don't have to put any meaning behind it. It will print off whatever you put as a variable, and whatever you put in the speech marks as that variable, it will print off. So that is obviously with text. But what if you want to use numbers? Well, it's the same thing. You can put age equals 5, and then you could do print age, and it will print out 5. So you can print out numbers as well, like integers, as well as text. Now, you can also do math with this. This is something that is really good with, you know, obviously Python. It's really easy to do math, and with these variables, you can actually, or well, with prints anyway, as well as variables, we'll get onto that in a minute. You can actually do math. So let's say you want to do, I don't know, 2 plus 2. Now everyone knows that is 4. Now you can do 2 plus 2 equals 4, and it'll do it for you. You can also do print, and then 9 times 2, like so, and it'll do 18. You can also do print, and it can also do division, like so, and I'll do 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Now, if obviously you do this, it does an error. You can't divide by 0, so do not ever divide by 0. That's the one rule in programming. A lot of the time, you can obviously work around this by creating your own error system, but if you don't, it'll actually crash the entire system. So just bear that in mind. Computers don't like divided by 0. It's practically impossible to do. Now, you know, you can also use variables for this. Variables like so, you can use, let's say, I don't know, addition. Let's say that the variable is now addition. So addition equals 4 plus 4. Now that would obviously be 8. So if we do addition, print addition, it'll be 8. So you can also put the variable as some kind of calculation. Now this could also get into some kind of crazy stuff as well. So let's say you could do addition, or wait, hold on. Let's say 4 equals 4. Then addition equals 4 plus 4, and then you do print addition is 8. So you can also add variables that have an integer value on them, and then you can add them together, print it off, and it'll actually calculate it properly. That is the good thing about programming. It's very intuitive, very intuitive. Now, let's say you want to make a game. Now, you want to make the computer say something if you tell it something. So let's say color equals inputs. Now color equals inputs. Now color is a variable. We already know that. Input is like something you ask it, right? You ask it something. So let's say, what is your favorite color? Like so. And it'll say, and then it'll give off actually that. Now, I will say this. What we need to do is we need to go into Notepad because, obviously here, the IDLE, it's a little finicky. So what we need to do is go into the IDLE like so. And what we need to do is, what we need to go into Notepad, so what we need to do is do in all of this again. What is, and if you have an IDE is something that it's much more simpler to do. It's got everything built in, like a compiler. It has an executor, it has everything you need in order to use it. And I will say, for the next tutorial, we'll have a proper IDE to work with. But this is the basic stuff, so we don't really need that for now. Anyway, so what we can do is we can do, what is your favorite color? Like so. And then what we can do is then do if. Now, if is basically asking, if this happens, then do this. So that's basically it. Lua has this thing. It's much more like basically you do if something then. Here we use colons. So if color equals blue, or well, let's do the speech marks, blue. Now color, we're using a variable that we put in as the input. So you input something in. It asks you a question like we done here. We asked us a question, we type yes, just yes. Yes, what is your favorite color? Yes. Like, we're doing the meme. So like what is your favorite color? It'll ask you that question. Then what we put in turns into that variable. So if we put in blue, if what we put in that as an answer to that question as blue, then what we can do is, you don't have to tab, by the way. That's just, it's kind of like etiquette in programming to tab to organize it better. What we can do is we can do print, and we can put blue is my favorite color too. And then this is another thing. So if you didn't put blue, we can put else. Now, else basically means, if, so basically all this means, right, is if what you put is blue, then it will print out blue is my favorite color too. Now, else, if you put anything else in, right, it will do print fuck you. Let's say that. So if color equals blue, print out blue is my favorite color too, else print fuck you. There you go. It's a mean program. This computer is very mean to you. So it hates you if you don't like the color blue. Now yeah, so let's actually run it. So all we need to do is we need to reopen up Python IDLE as so, and then we can open up. Now, by the way, you have to save this as a Python file. So what we need to do is open up Python here, and then just click run. And as you can see, as it's asking us a question. So let's say, obviously this is case sensitive, so obviously we need to put in blue. And it says blue is my favorite color too. Now, let's say we plan something else, right? So let's say we plan the color green. It says fuck you. It hates you now. This computer hates you. So this is the thing. It's very intuitive, very easy to use. All you had to learn really is color equals input. What is your favorite color? That's simple. It's basically the variable is set once you put in your answer. Then it asks you, well, if color is blue, then it prints off this. Anything else, it prints off that. So that is obviously if else statements. Now I'll say this to finish off this episode. Let's do a loop. Now, we'll go into loops a little bit further on this series, but a loop is basically loops, right? So that's really it. It basically loops a program. It's simple, it's intuitive how it works, but obviously, how do you make a loop? Well, we get into that. So, how do we write a loop? Well, we need to put in for I in range. Now, obviously, how this is not like intuitive like the last things. Print, if, else, what does this mean? for I in range, what does this mean? Well, basically, let's say for I in range, how is this a loop? Well, for I in range, I is basically this. So I is, how much is the range, and then it will just do that amount of times. So finding range basically, in the simplest way to explain it, is 5 is the range of I. It's and that's it. That'll do it. It'll do I 5 times, and that's it. So that it's a obviously it's not as intuitive as the last one, but it still works. So what we can do is, let's say it prints off meow. So we can do meow like so, and we can copy that, put into the IDLE, so, and then just save that, run module, and it'll print off 5 meows. So it's very intuitive, very simple, and easy to understand. And then let's do the final thing. I think I might have said final already, but let's actually do it for real. Let's do name equals input. So name is the variable. Input is obviously the question or whatever you want to do. It'll basically ask you for an input. What's your name? Right? So what's your name? It'll ask you for your name. Print. Now we can remember how we could add in like different things like variables into another variable. Well, we can also do something else. What we can do is we could do hello and then space. You want to have that space in there. Actually, let's do it without, and I'll show you why you need the space in there. Name plus that. So you have hello plus name plus exclamation mark. So basically, hello, your name, exclamation mark. Then do for I in range. This means I'll do it 3 times, like so. Print, you are awesome. And then we could do name again. We could do name again. So let's do that. And then let's do another exclamation mark just to, do it like that. So we'll do that again and then do save. So name equals input. It's asking a question. Print hello, your name, then exclamation mark. For I in range does it 3 times, and then print you are awesome plus name plus exclamation mark. So it basically prints off you are awesome, your name, and then that. Let's run that. So ask you for your name. My name is Calcorp. And it says, hello, Calcorp. You're awesome, Calcorp. You're awesome, Calcorp. You're awesome, Calcorp. But you see, no space. No space. You need the spaces. You need the spaces. So that's why we do spaces. You may see in programming, some code, they always have a space when they want to add in another variable into it, into like a print or whatever. Well, this is why, So let's run the module again. Okay to save. My name is Calcorp. And then it has a space. So you need to put the spaces after the actual word. Now, let's say you have a different word in it, what you could do is do something like you could do something like this where, let's say you do this where it will be before the what you put in afterwards, and it says how are you. Now what you would want to do, instead of doing how are you would like to do input how are you, and then it'll be easy to do it that way. But it's really easy. It's really easy to get a hang of. And obviously, that's Python for you. That's the Python basics. If you can do all of this, then you're good. If you can't, well, maybe we need to go from like, I don't know, preschool. But I think you can get it. I think you can get it. So that ends off this video here. If you like it, subscribe to my channel. If you don't like it, I don't know, you can go away and, I don't know, just do whatever you want to do. But go onto my website, Weeby Play. It's a lot of people are using it. A lot of people like the content on the website. It's free. You can sign up and all that. Also, use my store, calcup.shop, and you can also get crazy deals because there's 1p, like there's stuff on there for 1p, 1 cent. That is crazy. So go on there. I'm just a salesman. I'm just someone who likes to do a lot of things. I'm also a salesman. I'm a salesman of every type. So make sure you do it. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.